This is a pre-recorded session from The Real Wheel. The spins are recorded live and unedited, and the results are still random. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Welcome to your third session of these spins here at The Real Wheel. I'm going to be spinning the wheel once more for the next half an hour. You've got an extra 10 minutes out of me because this is going to be the final session with this wheel. And without further ado, let's spin from 36. So as always, the wheel has been kept in motion the entire time we were off air. I've actually had my lunch in that time, not that you're interested to know that. And in case you want to know when these spins are recorded, it is currently 12:49 PM on the 17th of July 2022. So all these are being recorded on the Sunday. 15 black is our first result back together. 15, it's black, it's odd, and it is low. Third column, second dozen, Wazan. Next spin already underway. And that result this time is 25 red. 25, it's red, it's odd, it's high. In the third dozen in the first column, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. First time out for 25. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm probably not going to be going live anytime soon for the spins just because of logistics. I get a very short amount of time to record these at the moment. This Sunday session is actually quite unexpected. I shouldn't have had the time today, but COVID has kind of helped in that situation as we go into legs 11. 11 black, odd and low, middle column, first dozen, part of the TR section of the wheel. So my free time I get to spin, and record at least, is most Wednesdays and every other Friday. I don't have much time at all at the moment. However, things change, plans change, we shall see. And at the moment, my Wednesdays are filled with something else as we go into 35 black. We treblina of that a little earlier on in the last session. 35 black, odd and high, centre column, third dozen. Part of the Wazan section, of course, for 35. Very black heavy on the old marquee there. In fact, we only have 5 red numbers as opposed to 13 black numbers. I could do maths on the fly, honest. And the results, pimp number 5. Centre column for number 5. It is red, it's odd, it's low. First dozen, TR section of the wheel. So, second time out for number 5. We are still waiting for 3, 9, number 20, 23, 29 and 31. They are the numbers we have yet to see. Will we see one of them this time? Let's wait for the drop in. We won't. We'll go next door to number 10. Black, even and low for number 10. First column, first dozen, part of the TR section. So number 10 has been out a few times today, I do believe. And by a few, I mean 3 times. And the result this time is number 6. On its second appearance of the spin session, number 6. It's a black, even and low number in the Orphaland section of the wheel. First dozen, third column, black number 6. I've got my stats back now on my screen, so I can give running commentary. I will try to not waffle too much because I'm not well. Also, it gets quite frustrating, I know. But we're going to wait for the drop in. And we are in number 6. Always nice to do it twice. There's nothing sweeter than a repeater. What do I keep saying? I keep getting repeats. 6 black, even and low. First dozen. Third column. Awful land section. I do so many repeats. You can see there on the marquee, repeater of 33, tripeater of 35, and now another repeater of 6. Plenty of repeaters today here at the Real Wheel. What's the next number going to be? It is number 4. Number 4, black, even and low. In the first dozen, in the first column, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. Number 4, making its 4th appearance of the spin session. Moving on from number 4 to our next result. I hope if you are playing along with me, be it live on the premiere or on a replay or on a video on demand, I hope you're having lots of fun, hope you're having lots of luck. Every so often I do like to remind you, play responsibly, set yourself limits and stick to it. But I don't need to teach you to suck eggs. We're all a responsible bunch as we go into 15. 1-5, fourth time out for 15. A black, odd and low number. Third column, second dozen. Voisin section. Now please do excuse me if I spin a little bit poorly today. Like I said, COVID is about. But we make do, don't we? And what I've lost in my freedom to leave the house at the moment, I have gained in being able to spin for you lovely people. 27, my favourite number. Red on high for 27, third column, third dozen, part of the tiers section of the wheel. Very edge of the tier. Tier being 27 to 33 black clockwise. Next result on the way. And that result is number 20, 2-0. 20 making its debut appearance. It is a black, even and high number. Middle column, middle dozen. Awful land section of the wheel. So we can cross black 20 off the list. That means we are waiting for number 3, number 9, number 16, number 23, number 29 and number 31. 6 numbers yet to see, and we are 79 spins in. And the result is number 3. First time out for number 3, we must have talked it in. Red, odd and low for number 3, third column, first dozen, part of the Voisin section and the zero spiel in fact. Moving on from number 3 to our next result, we get through roughly 2 spins a minute here at the Real Wheel, sometimes a few more, sometimes a few fewer. But 60 spins every half hour or thereabouts. Hopefully we'll get full completion today. I hope we do. I like getting full completion. Results 22, Alan's number. It's been a while since we saw 22, but it is back out again now. Black, even and high for 22 in the first column, in the second dozen, part of the Voisin section of the wheel. Black 22, your latest result. And your next result is number 2. Second time out for number 2. Black, even and low. Middle column, first dozen. Part of the Voisin. New spin on the way. And that result is one of the missing numbers, the enigma itself, 23. 23, red, odd and high, second dozen, second column, TR section of the wheel. 23 making its debut appearance. Numbers we've yet to see are number 9, number 16, number 29 and number 31. So in the space of 4 spins actually, we have crossed 2 of those missing numbers off the list. Are we going to cross another one off? We are not. We are in, out, out again, and then in again to Alan's number 22. Black, even and high for 22. In the middle dozen, first column, Wazan section of the wheel. Black, 22. I know Alan is also fond of 19. I can never remember which one is because of the dog and which one is because of Alan. Alan, if you're watching this, please would you comment so that I can remember. That result is number 3. Twice in a few spins for number 3, hadn't seen it at all until then. Red, odd and low for number 3, third column, first dozen. Wazan section of the wheel. Also part of the Zero Spiel, a lesser known Austro-Hungarian section. Or is it Austro-Germanic? I can never remember. Anyway, the Zero Spiel, 12 red through to 15 black clockwise. 4 chips on multiples thereof, 0-3 split, 12-15 split. Straight up on 26, 32, 35 split for the Zero Spiel. And we are in number 21, Roulette. 21 Roulette. Second dozen, third column. A red, odd and high number in the Wazan is 21 Roulette. I've been calling that 21 Roulette for 14 years now. Goodness me. How time flies. Still feeling very rusty with the spins as well. It has been an awful long time. As we go into black, 29. One of the missing numbers, 29 black. An odd number, middle column, middle dozen. Odd and high. In, you guessed it, the Wazan section of the wheel. In the golden corner, the 25-29 corner. The only corner in any French section. Fountain of knowledge, me. Next spin on the way. Let's see what the result is. $28. Another part of that golden corner. Black, even and high for 28. In the third dozen, first column. And part of the Wazan. Let's think about that for a second then. The columns are the ones that always get me unstuck, even after 12 years of dealing. Because the rest, they sort of become intuitive. But with the columns, you've either got to memorize them all, or divide by 3 on the fly. 10 black is your latest result. I can tell you that's definitely first column, first dozen. Black, even and low. It's part of the TR. Almost halfway through this session, this bonus extra 10 minutes on the end of this session. Half an hour session to finish off this state of play with the wheel. Number 9, number 16 and number 31. They are the numbers we have yet to see. 31 and 9 next to each other. 16 not too far away. And we almost got into 16 there, but we went next door to 24. 24, an even and high number. It's a black number in the TR section of the wheel. Third column, second dozen. $27.6 outside at the moment here. We are very much in heat wave territory. Goodness me, it feels like it. Hence why I'm in the shorts. I do apologise, it looks bad on camera, but needs must. Number 6. 4th time out for number 6. See, it repeated earlier on, black, even and low, third column, first dozen, part of the Waffleland section. Chain of black numbers happening at the moment, 29, 28, 10, 24 and 6. Will that stay? Will that go? We'll find out. We are in black 29. Another number we haven't seen in a while, at all in fact. It's out twice in this chain of black numbers. Moving on from 29 black to the next result, we're over halfway through this session now. This is spin number 93 of the wheel session. It started off on the video that premiered on the 17th of July. Then we have the next video, and this is the final video of that wheel session. And we are in 18 red. 18 red, even and a low number this time. Third column, first dozen. That's a lie, it's second dozen. Third column, second dozen, and part of the Wasan section. I don't know why I do that pregnant pause every single time as I'm about to announce a section. Because I know it's Wasan. I've called it enough times. And the result, hot number. We hadn't seen it in quite a while, 42 spins in fact, but 26 black. Even and high, Wasan section, middle column, third dozen. Very black heavy today. I can tell you 58.5% of the results have been black, 40.5% have been red. So an almost 20% difference, what's that, an 18.1% difference between black and red. The other 1.1%, well that is a 0. And that result is 7 red. I'm going to speed that wheel up just a little bit before confirming the result. 7 red, odd and low, first dozen, first column, Wasan section of the wheel. Moving on from 7 to our next result, what do we think it's going to be? We broke the chain of black numbers. Although we do have a chain of 4 Wasans back to back. Had an Orphaland, then a couple of Tier. Then another chain of Wasan that lasted for 5 spins that time. Then Tier, Wasan, Wasan, Wasan. And the result is legs 11 in the Tier section this time. My mouse would be in the right place, I could confirm number 11 for you. It is black, odd and low, middle column, first dozen. And as I said, TS section. Still waiting on 9, 16 and 31. 3 numbers left. This is spin number 97. And that result is the huge and the rouge, 36 red. Even and high, third column, third dozen. TS section of the wheel. Highest number I can count to. $36 of course joining the marquee there, next door to number 11 in fact. $18 and $29 are next to each other. 7's not too far away from them. 24 and 10 only separated by 5. 28 and 29 only separated by 7. Results 22 this time. 3 times out on the marquee for Alan's number. Black, even and high in the second dozen first column. Part of the Voisin section. Right on the cusp of the Voisin. I'm just trying to analyse these spins, see if I can spot anything for you that you might not have seen. I keep pocket hopping every so often. So I'll get a result like 22 and then it could be 9 or it could be 18 if I'm pocket hopping. $23 is the next result. Didn't pocket hop that time. Red, odd and high for 23 in the TS section of the wheel. Middle column, middle dozen. It's getting very, very warm here now. Final 10 minutes. This is the 100th spin, by the way. And the results, back in 11. 11 black, odd and low. Middle column, first dozen. TS section. Apologies, just needed to wet my whistle ever so slightly there. The voice is going. That result is number 30, a pocket hops again. 30, 3-0, red, even and high, third column, third dozen, TS section. Thought that was going to be a no spin then. Let go of the ball in the wrong place. And that result is number 5. Pimp in Welsh for number 5. Let's get confirmation of 5 up on the screen. Red, odd, low, centre column, first dozen, part of the tier. I need to rebalance this wheel, I've just noticed. Got a little whack during that almost no spin. And the result, 19 red, another one of Alan's numbers. Red, odd and high for 19, middle column. No, not middle column, middle dozen, first column. Part of the Wazan section of the wheel for number 19. Next result on the way. 3 red numbers in a row. Broke the chain of 40 with a Wazan. Haven't seen an Orphalan in quite some time. Last time was number 6. $18 red. Red, odd and low for 18. Second dozen in the third column, part of the Wazan section. Can you tell I'm getting fatigued? My spins are getting a bit sloppy again. I do apologise. I will focus harder on the next few spins. Number 5. Red, odd and low for number 5. Middle column, first dozen. Part of the tier. Trying a new microphone setup as well. I've actually got a separate microphone for the wheel now. And the result, number of love, 14 red. Red, even and low for 14. Middle column, middle dozen, Orphalan section. We were due a foray into the Orphalan, and there we go. Orphalan's still underperforming in general for the whole of the day. Wazan massively overperforming. Tier roughly on track, I would say. And the results in the Orphalan, pocket hopping again. 20 black. Even number, centre column. Second dozen. Part of the Orphalan section. And our next result, 30 red, 3-0. Let's get 30 up in lights. Well, I tell you, it's red, even and high, third dozen, third column. Part of the TS section for 30 red. 30 making its third appearance of the spin session. It's cloudy outside and it's still so hot. 21 roulette. Fifth time out for 21 roulette in the second dozen, third column. Red odd and high, Wazan section. About 8 more spins, 8 to 10 more spins I would say for this session. Are we going to see 9, 16 or 31? They are very close to each other on the wheel, 9, 16 and 31. Not quite number and neighbours distance, but very, very close. We are in the huge and the rouge, the 36 red, even and high, third column, third dozen, part of the TS section of the wheel. .36 on the marquee there a couple of times. Fifth time out in total for the huge and the rouge. Becoming a bit more red heavy now. Very black heavy to begin the day. And that result, double carpet 33. Black, odd and high for 33 in the TS section of the wheel. Third column, third dozen. 33 on its fourth appearance. It did repeat earlier on. Out of the numbers we have seen today, 32 is the quietest. It's been 110 spins since 32 was last seen. Which would make it spin number 2, I do believe, or maybe spin number 1. 30 red, we've seen that recently. We're climbing up the third column at the moment with 30 red, an even number, third dozen, in the third column, which of course means TS section. Nine, 16 and 31, the three numbers we have yet to see. Big green 0. Not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the Voisin section of the wheel. Number of love, 14. Slap bang in the middle of all those numbers we have yet to see. In fact, it's right next door to 31. 14, red, even and low. Middle column, middle dozen, part of the, you guessed it, it's part of the Orphaland section. Next number on its way. 26, hot number, keeps getting hotter. 10 times out for 26, middle column, third dozen, even and high. Part of the Voisin section, of course. Penultimate spin. This is your second to last spin of this wheel session, so we cannot guarantee full completion. We'll see if we can get one of the other numbers out. Big green 0. Pocket hopping once more. Not in any of the outside chances, columns or dozens, but it is in the Voisin section. Final spin. Final spin. Let's see what this one is. And the last result of the day is one of Alan's numbers. It's 19 red. Odd and high for 19 in the Voisin section of the wheel. First column, second dozen. So let's analyse things as we've finished. No more spins. But I can tell you, in this wheel session, 26 was the absolute hottest number with 10 appearances. Number 7, number 22, both on 6 appearances. 19, 21 and 36 all on 5 appearances. We did not see 9, 16 or 31. And we saw 32, 12, 8 and 25 just the once. Out of the numbers we didn't see, I can tell you that 32, or out of the numbers we did see, I beg your pardon, 32, 116 spins since we last saw that, so that was spin number 2. Number 12, 108 spins, so that was spin number 10. Number 8, we haven't seen in 81 spins, that was spin number 37. Number 17, 78 spins, that had been out twice and then didn't come out at all. And 34, 73 spins, that was out 4 times in the very beginning and then completely dropped off. Black did better than red, even did better than odd, high did much better than low. The third column was the most popular column, the third dozen was the most popular dozen. Voisin overperformed, Thiers underperformed, and Orphelin clawed back to overperform. Thank you so much for watching, thank you for listening to the analytics at the end of this. I've been spinning the wheel for you for the last half hour, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and take care.